The house of cards is crumbling. We are seeing this day in and day out in the entire world. Things are falling apart at the seams. And while some see this as a doomsday scenario, I simply see it as a way of purging and cleansing where shadows must be revealed. That is the law. Both individually and collectively, all shadows must be seen, must be revealed, must be accepted within oneself in order to experience the light. And that in living in this dualistic world where there is good and evil, positive and negative, right and wrong, we are seeing a mass transformation taking place on a very deep level. And all of us are a part of this together. And one of the biggest spiritual muscles that we can flex right now and we can develop is our discernment. Without discernment, we get caught up in the world of illusion, the world in which is quite deceptive. And especially with the rise of technology, the rise of AI, it is going to be harder and harder to see what truth really is. And we are essentially caught in this spider web where we can't even see ourselves clearly. And so, in this moment, it is crucial that we begin to detangle ourselves and to really get out of the web of illusion, the web of control that we've been caught in for so long, the web of programming, conditioning, and liberate and free ourselves. And the only way that we can possibly do that is to come back home within us and stop outsourcing our power, our sovereignty, our freedom to external means, whether that be politics, whether that be finances, whether that be education, whether that be any sector of our culture and society. We must come back home to ourselves because the truth is, the true quantum computer actually lives within us. And we are vessels for divine light. We are vessels for God. We are vessels for source, for creative consciousness. And the more we begin to wake up to our true power that has always been within us, the more we can see beyond the veil. Because the control mechanisms that be on this world are going to tighten even more. And this is not to put out a message of fear, but to bring some awareness to what's actually happening. There's going to be various different psyops and continue to be. There has been for many years. And the more we begin to wake up to our own power, we can distance ourselves and not get entangled in those webs because that web of energy is going to only lower our vibrational energy and pull us down. And so when we can stop and really create space, this is all about space because we are constantly being bombarded by messages, by news, by advertisements, by all of these things that hold our attention. And where our attention goes, that's where the energy flows. And so when we can back up a little bit and we can pause, we can distance ourselves and put a barrier and a boundary between us and the external world and come back into our breath. Come back into stillness. Come back into that sacred pause. This is when we can begin to turn on the real voice, the voice of God, the voice of our higher self, the voice of our soul, and allow that to speak through us in every single moment of every single day to allow us to guide and lead our path forward. Because without that voice, we are listening to the ego and we are listening to everyone and everything outside of us. But the true power always lies within. So when you come back home, you are coming into a place of sovereignty where you own and take responsibility for yourself, for your creation. And you begin to accept, to love yourself into wholeness. And from that place, your reality begins to change. And you no longer are sucked into these circumstances and situations in which you become a victim to, but you rise above that into your creative consciousness, into your creatorhood. And that is the real power right now. And we must be discerning we must be discerning of what we are being fed. And when we can discern not only through our mind, but through our hearts, through our intuition, through our energy, that is when we can begin to really root down into who we truly are and live the life that we were born to live, because every single person, including you watching this, has been assigned yourself a sacred soul contract in which you came here to meet and to fulfill. You have a very specific destiny and mission. And so it's time to rise above the noise and rise beyond survival into a state of thriving where you are the vessel of your own power. And so, if this message resonates with you and you want to dive deeper, continue to follow this channel, hit the like button, drop a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the other side. And before I let you go, the doors are now open to my Self Mastery Collective. You can join the waitlist. That's going to be launching November. That is a private membership community in which I'm going to be sharing deeper messages and taking you through expansive transformational journeys within yourself so you can awaken the power within.